All right, good morning. It is September 23rd, 2025, and we are in element 5, optimizing your surroundings in your life book. So, average time to complete is 1 to 2 weeks. In this element 5, we will look at your surroundings and see how we can recruit the people, modify the places, and change the things that touch your world. Discover how to create a microenvironment of healthy relationships, provide you with tools, resources, tips that will help you improve your relationships, examine the value of community and surrounding yourself with like-minded people. So this is page 126. Your goal is to create a microenvironment of health, a protective bubble to shield you against obesogenic forces and nurture your growth and transformation. Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. So we're talking about that macro habit of healthy surroundings. Now that you have taken responsibility, determined that you will play above the line, and decided to take total accountability for your health and life, everything will change. In situations that present themselves, you will get progressively better at being able to recognize when you are drifting below the line. This new way of being has a side effect. You will start interacting with your world in a different way, and it's worth considering that those around you may not be making similar choices. This may present challenges, and that's what we will now discuss in element 5, optimizing your surroundings. In the last element, we worked on your relationship with yourself and equipped you with a very simple structure: stop, challenge, and choose. As you get better, making your daily choices in line with your goals will get easier. You will see your ability to control your behavior and maintain calm in contrast to others who are quick to react and lose their composure over trivial things. In order to minimize the effect on your progress by those around you who are not quite there or simply don't support you, we need to talk about the dynamics of relationships, interactions, and connections with others. This section will help you gain the support of others, which will be an incredibly important part of your daily life this year as you design and create new chapters in your life. Optimizing relationships. Relationships are critical to everything we do in life. We are hardwired to be social, and our sense of connection, belonging, and attachment to other people is one of the most fundamental of all human needs. This connection not only serves us on our journey to health and well-being, but is essential in living a longer, healthy life. People that lack these fundamental human relationships of companionship and connection are at a 45% greater risk of dying earlier. So make sure to mark that, page 127. People that lack these fundamental human relationships of companionship and connection are at a 45% greater risk of dying earlier. If these positive connections support and enhance our journey, how do we create more of them and deepen our existing relationships? Let's first address how you can enhance your current relationships and build strong allies who might even join you on your mission. It's one of the reasons that we're always encouraging you to build your own community around you, or coaching and bringing them in, because if they want to do what you do, they want you to coach them, even if you've just started your journey. So let's do a quick review using our above the line visual as a guide. Remember, you have decided to take full responsibility for whatever happens during your day. You also know that sometimes you will drift below the line. The keystone habit you are building is to be able to shift back up above the line using stop, challenge, choose. To help you keep your thinking brain as your guide, versus the reactive, emotional Labrador brain. There's the above the line, below the line. Above the line is open, curious, with a growth mindset. Below the line is close, defensive, and wants to be right. There is a very practical way of thinking about how to manage the two states we find ourselves in daily. The emotional or Labrador brain has been referred to as a hot or go system. In ancient times, it helped us survive. When we were threatened, the amygdala, a concentrated group of nerves that control the emotional brain, would hijack our thinking and shut off the cognitive high-level activity and instead begin pouring out emotional energy to put the body into action. The body prepared itself to run with increased blood flow to the muscles, no thinking or pondering, just high energy reaction and below the line thinking. It's how little kids and quite a few teenagers tend to think. The cool or no system is a second operating system. It is run by our thinking brain and allows you to have meaningful, conscious conversations that are mutually beneficial. The body is in a very relaxed state with a slow heart rate, normal blood pressure, and a sense of alertness. It allows us to thrive. It is the habit of health default state and our goal as you design your authorship of your life. These two systems play very different roles. 10,000 years ago, the go system's hair trigger helped protect you and your tribe. Unfortunately, the perceived threats we feel today are mostly to our ego, and they trigger the go system. When almost every case, we would be better served by the no system. Let's say you're in a meeting and you perceive someone is mocking an idea you have. Now, did you hear the word perceive? Someone is mocking an idea that you have just shared. Your go system is activated, your ego, and you want to tear his head off. You release the litany of aggressive language, your face goes beet red, and you adopt an equally threatening body position. After work, you throw down 2 drinks without thinking to calm you down, only to find out later that his comment had nothing to do with your proposal. The sum total is full go system activation. Increased blood pressure, too much alcohol, damaged relationships, potential loss of job advancement, and poorer health. Next time, stop, challenge, choose. Have a glass of water and achieve understanding by using the no system so that you progress toward better health and well-being and maybe even a promotion. So this morning, Raquel was telling us about going to the store to pick up an order. And instead of sitting there, she went and she asked, you know, I've been here 20 minutes and I haven't had an order come out. And they said the order had been sent to a different store. You know, we can just go through the process and make a statement. Hey, I've been here for 20 minutes. What's going on? Guess what? It went to a different store. Or she could have sat there fuming, thinking, oh my gosh, these people are just terrible and why aren't they? And she could have wasted a whole lot of time. 20 minutes is quite a bit of time, but she could have really got herself all wound up. Guess what? It went to a different store. There's not a whole lot she can do about it. Take a breath. She's driving home now. You know, as you become more aware of your current behavior and you work on developing your healthy mindset, this simple analogy offers you the opportunity to improve your interactions with those around you. It's a no-go that can help. Let's break down how we can help influence your world to serve your needs and support your journey. Your self-awareness really means knowing yourself, your emotions and what triggers them, and how you normally react to specific people and places. This will help your no system dominate. It is really as simple as stopping and asking yourself, what is happening here? If we can help you make sense of your emotions and recognize when they are starting to reveal themselves, we can intervene and prevent them from hijacking the thinking brain. In turn, this will mean we can respond in a way that best serves us and keeps the go system switched off. Building this powerful micro habit of responding rather than reacting changes everything. This gives us a great power over our emotions. In the last element, we talked about the importance of sensing the type of changes in your body that herald the rise of an emotion and the beginning of the activation of the go system. Early detection helps us to create a gap and gives us time to prevent the go system activation. We can then use our no system to change our response and choose an outcome that moves us forward on our journey. If you can recognize and become fully aware of the emotion, then you can understand what is causing it. The beauty is that it usually represents a symptom of something we need to address in ourselves or our relationships. It can help you understand something important about yourself as you shift back above the line and learn from it. You can ask yourself what triggered it, if you need to respond, and if you can avoid feeling that way by reframing what you heard to serve you in a more constructive way. Many times you will find that your ego is at play. If you resist the temptation to interpret these interactions as a real threat, you can immediately diffuse those disturbing feelings. If it is a genuine threat to you, then you will be able to respond in a more reflective way that builds your case rather than destroying it. Ask yourself, does it matter what I think about myself in this situation? Most of the time, unless it is a tangible threat to your job or runs the risk of you being physically hurt, it is more likely to be an imagined threat to your ego and self-worth. It is a default state response, which is left over from our self-generated story. It does not serve the new you. Did you hear that? It does not serve the new you. We will unpack this more in Dr. A's Habits of Health. In the space below, think of a moment you identified an emotion. Do not judge, but just observe it. Make a note of whether you were successful at using Stop, Challenge, Choose and your no system to respond in a way that's different from before. Regulating your emotions. Example, emotion. Why my daughter leaves the kitchen in a mess. I feel angry. Past response. I would yell and create stress and bad feelings. Why would I respond with anger? I want her to be successful and make great choices. That's when we go deeper, figuring out why. Current response. I see the mess and turn to yell, but I immediately stop, let the feeling pass. That lasts about 90 seconds on average, and ask my daughter to clean up. Once she is finished, I hug her and tell her that I love her. P.S. After a few false starts, I now have a clean kitchen and a great relationship with my daughter. As an exercise, pick different emotions you experience during the day. Observe and identify the real reason you're feeling those emotions, if known. Then observe how those emotions are affecting others and how you are using Stop, Challenge, Choose to change the outcome. You can decide to watch the emotion run its course, engage in a constructive way, or leave the situation if you feel that this is necessary. I've actually gotten really good at leaving situations. Okay, so there's a spot for you to do it. Emotion, nowhere go. Emotion, nowhere go. Emotion, nowhere go. Our emotions are a powerful source of energy for action. If we fail to harness it, go energy can easily see us slip into unhealthy behaviors in both our choices and our interactions with others. Being able to feel our emotions fully and determining our own choice of how to constructively express them is our goal. The first step is being aware, and the previous exercise allows you to reappraise and move from go activation to a smarter choice. So I love that. It's always first we have to be aware, and then we recognize an emotion. And if you go to element 23, you can actually figure out what emotion. Okay, am I tight in my chest? Am I tight in my belly? Am I tight in my throat? And it'll point you to, or else we've got the modules. There's a section in there, getting the best success, and it'll point you, okay, are you having pain here? Is it tight there? And it's really good after you stop because of the awareness. Put a name on it. You know, what is it? Is it anger? Oh, I thought it was fear, but I think it's anger. Think about it for a few minutes. Give that 90-second to actually feel it, have a name on it, let it run its course, and then choose your action. And by then, you're actually up in your thinking brain instead of your animal or your emotional brain. So there will be people in your life that can activate your neural tripwire more easily than others. Try to avoid confrontational people and situations until you stop, challenge, and choose. Habit is fully installed, and they no longer have the ability to trigger negativity in you. It's going to be helpful to record the following for the next week. Track who and what type of situations push your buttons and activate your go system. We'll discuss how to manage behavior very shortly. What I'd like you to do next is write down some avoidance strategies to help you manage the kind of situations you've experienced above. If this person or situation presents itself, then you will blank. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I saw this on a sign at an entrance to a ski park. I thought it was perfect. Reminder that if we want to improve our conscious control of our behavior, then it is important to figure out what we can change in our relationships to help them be more supportive on our journey. Yeah, okay. Managing our experiences. Regulating your behavior will be easier as you become more aware of your emotions, and that will allow us to start managing responses better. If these positive connections support and enhance our journey, how do we create more of them and deepen the existing relationships we have? Let's first address how you can enhance your existing relationships and build stronger allies who might even join you on your mission. Besides using stop, challenge, and choose, there are other things you can do to improve your response to bad situations. These ideas will allow you to start building the habit of control and take responsibility for healthier outcomes. Using this reflective assessment will give you a tremendous power over your emotions. You will build self-efficacy so that it becomes easier to interact with everyone in your world. Remember, the no system is at the heart of the Habits of Health experience. It is going to take some work, but inch by inch, everything's a cinch. Tips on helping you stay above the line. Here are some ways to help you stay above the line when the situation feels like it's getting out of control. Stop, challenge, and choose. Immediately sense your breathing. Feel the hot energy cool down before you speak or act. Open your water bottle slowly and take a drink before speaking. And sometimes Dr. A even takes a second or third drink. Think of how your response, and I've seen that several times, is why I say that, and I just love that he just slows everything going down when he starts drinking that water. Think of how your response can improve your health before choosing. Count to 10 before responding. Sleep on it before responding. Get a better night's sleep. Smile and be appreciative. Be open and curious and desire growth when challenged. Okay, so tell me more about your opinion of this situation. Check the ones you're going to implement into your interaction with the people around you. Write the other things you're learning or using to help you regulate your emotions and your behavior below. What else can you do to make increasing your awareness and self-regulating your response easier? Question: who can upset you? Answer: only you. Here are 4 questions that can help you take a bad situation and diffuse the drama. It uses above the line thinking, being curious, open, and wanting to learn and grow as you write your new story. So we start with, wait a minute, what's happening? And we move up to, what did I want to have happen? What's missing? And what's next? These 4 questions can keep you out of the drama triangle and allow you to pull others out as well. With these new strategies on how to improve how you act, model, and respond to others, let's shift the focus to how you can help people around you become allies in your new healthy story. Your social consciousness. Now that you've started to self-regulate and to consider how you will respond when you are angry, sad, or joyful, you're in a position to learn how to be aware of other people's emotions and what's going on inside of them. What concept. It's an incredibly important shift. Our connections to others can be strong, supportive, and build powerful bonds that have a dramatic effect on both our relationships and our health and well-being. When you truly reach out and seek to understand others, you will find that even those that are not ready to change will be more inclined to support you if they feel their perspective is validated. The key habit of health here is to listen when the desire to understand people from their vantage point. It's funny, I've got that circled and I have Dave Blanchard written off to the side. The key habit of health here is to listen when the desire is to understand people from their vantage point. Listening is not something we learn or do naturally. We are much better at being transmitters of information. We talk about our point of view, our views, our world, and our story. So when we seek to understand things from someone else's world and their path, everything opens up in our relationships. Seek to understand, not to respond, is my little note. Do not agree necessarily, but let them know that you understand where they are coming from, is another note that I have. So how do we do better? When someone is talking to us, how much do you think is communicated through actual words? 7%. Tone of voice, 38%. Body language, 55%. Body posture and tone can give us a powerful insight into what others are thinking, and they go a long way to avoid potential and confrontation, stress, and otherwise unhealthy outcomes. This is why it's better to discuss something important in person rather than use text or emails. How many times have we either upset someone or been unintentionally rattled by replying on a trivial 7% of words available by text or email? You can also listen to understand. Avoid looking at your phone or screen while people are talking to you. Step into someone else's shoes and seek to understand the whole picture. That's one thing I have to be careful of. Oftentimes I look at my watch, looking at my steps when I'm talking to people, and I know that that can be a sign that I'm in a hurry. It's not, I'm just looking at my steps. So I try not to do that. Assignment. Make a decision to listen to what someone else is communicating until they're completely done talking. And by that, I mean when they have finished their last syllable, before even formulating your response. Before even formulating a response. So don't be formulating your response as they're talking. Strive to listen to understand so that you get the picture you're talking to. So you get the person you're talking to, and you can appreciate them as a fellow human. Then replay what you heard them actually say. So write down examples of how that changed the conversation or how it has improved your relationship. Try this with people you are close to, as well as those whom you have some friction. Improving relationships. One of the critical roles to optimizing our relationships is to become better at managing the difficult ones. These conversations are usually filled with drama and excessive stress. They sabotage us most frequently and are often the ones we have with family members, bosses, coworkers, and anyone that frequents the drama triangle. If we can improve these interactions, it will go a long way to keep life from getting in the way of your day-to-day interactions. Since most of us do not handle stress well, your decision to improve your own emotional behavior and become more aware of the emotional state of others can go a long way to improve difficult conversations. It will also help keep the others' go systems from being activated. Your decision to stay above the line and respond in a rational way to someone else's below the line behavior is a huge step in improving your daily interactions, because these connections are a key part of thriving in our work and in our play. In addition, as you spend more time building stronger relationships beyond infrequent interactions, you will build trust and rapport. Being open, curious, and wanting to understand and learn from another person's perspective is a powerful demonstration to them that you respect and honor the differences that you have. Take a moment and pick 5 people who are important in your life and who you would like to improve your connection with. How will improving these relationships affect your health and well-being? Our connections with the people that come into our daily life have a profound effect on our mood, our productivity, and our health and well-being. I know you probably didn't expect to spend so much time discussing this area of your life in this book, but our emotional and relational soundness is a powerful habit of health that we will be talking and writing about daily as you build your new story. By taking responsibility for these critical relationships, you're building a platform to make this happen through you with less chance of derailment. Since you are most influenced by the people you hang out with at home, at work, and at play, the more you can be a positive influence on them, the greater chance there is of a ripple effect on all of your lives. You can exercise with a friend, walk your dog with a neighbor, join a healthy living organization, or even partner with a group of habits of health and practice installing the habits of health together. Or you can do a reading group like this. Let's see, and we are at the hour. I think we're going to stop there, guys, because we've still got a lot more to read in this element. So thank you for being here with